Hello and welcome to My Loves Makeup with your girl Laura Basili. Thanks for tuning in. So I've already got started with one brow. We're going to go ahead and start working on the other. I'm using my brow palette in the shade medium. So easy to use. It's like definitely my go-to thing. And if there's anything I do when I'm going out, whether I'm wearing a full face or not, I definitely make sure I do my brows and mascara. So brows are essential for me, and so are lashes. Just kind of brushing these out. And I think I'm good with the way that looks. Let me double check in this mirror. Yeah, I think that's good. So today we are going to work on a nice peachy look. So perfect for really any time of the year, but key for spring, summer, and fall really. Winter, you kind of want those darker tones. Spring, summer, fall, we are all about like oranges, peakies, pretties, okay? So palette I'm going to use today, I'm not going to use every color in this, but the colors are Alive, Discreet, Witty, and Inconceivable. I think I'm just going to use maybe 2 of these for today, and I'm going to be working with this palette over the next couple of days just to show you some additional looks. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to use Discreet just kind of as our base shade all over our eyelid, and I'm going to use a blending brush to apply that. And again, this just kind of gives us a nice base foundation for our eye look. Discreet is perfect transition shade and a base shade. If you really want colors to pop, I would recommend using a concealer all over your lid and brow, and that'll really maximize the pigments to show through. All right, so we've done that. So next we're really going to use this shade Witty, which is so gorgeous. I am going to use my fluffy crease brush for that. And we are going to apply this all on. I know you think crease brush, I could only use this in the crease, but no girls, you can use this wherever. I'm starting on my lid and then I'm just going to kind of blend this out. We're going for a nice easy look. We're going to do the same thing on the other eye. And don't worry about making a mess. We have not done our face yet. So we can make all the mess we want because we can clean it up in just a bit. Let me move my mirrors just a touch so I can get a better look. And I'm just going to focus on blending this. I'm just kind of blending this up over my crease. If you have a hooded eye, I recommend going above your crease. It helps kind of so you can see the color and kind of gives the illusion that you don't have such a hood. If you don't know what that means, you don't have a hooded eye, so don't worry about it. All right, I'm going to go back with this blending brush into Discreet and just kind of go over that transition where the 2 shades will kind of meet and soften that up a bit. We're just having this apricot peachy color really show through, and we're going to go super easy with eyes today. I definitely want you guys to be able to realize that you can get a palette and not have to use all 4 shades at one time. So definitely you could use 1 of these shades, you could use 2 of them, 3 of them, 4 of them, it does not matter. There are no rules, but definitely wanted to show you that you can use 1 or 2 and you don't have to be intimidated by a full palette thinking there's no way I can do a full 4 color look. You don't have to, okay? All right, so our eyes, I think we are good. Yeah, I think we're good. So we're gonna go ahead and start finishing off. Let me use, actually, I'm going to use this Inconceivable, this green, as my liner. I'm going to use a liner shader brush. I'm just going to dampen a little bit. If you're not near running water, you could like spritz I'm using my setting spray to spritz on my brush just so it's damp. And I'm just going to actually kind of use this as a liner, I believe. We'll see. Kind of a last minute decision, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, that's working for me. I love using eyeshadows as a liner. Honestly, I love utilizing my money and maximizing it, and to have a shadow that can also be used as a liner is so amazing. And this just is like a green shimmer, so it's just giving me a touch of color around the lash line. I'm not going too crazy with it, it's just super subtle. So it might not show through in the video, but definitely in person it just gives a little pop. You like that sound effect? I'm going to do the same thing on my lower lash line. There you go. All right, now let's start working with the eyes, or finishing with the eyes with some mascara. So I am only going to do one eye today because I want to show a picture with mascara on and mascara off. So I'm going to only do one eye. So just, if you're watching this video and there's no sound, yes, it looks crazy. Why am I forgetting to do an eye? But girlfriend, turn your volume on. All right, so I'm just using the 4D Epic mascara. Actually, I don't even know if it's called 4D Epic. 4D maybe, just 4D. And this is like a one-step mascara rather than our two-step 3D fibers. Now it's one step. It's got little fibers in there, so you just kind of brush and roll and wiggle a little bit. So most of the time we would tell you not to wiggle, but it really helps to release these fibers onto your lashes. And Younique has added like a trillion little bristles so that if you do the little shaking motion, it's actually helping separate rather than clumping. So go ahead and just keep applying. Now normally I would do one coat, move to the second eye. That way this eye has a second to dry. But since I'm just doing one eye, I'm obviously not going to do that. So I'm going to apply a little bit more onto my brush, and we'll see how well this builds. Try to keep my mouth closed so you guys don't want to look at my crazy faces doing mascara. I know we all have like a crazy mascara face. Mine is usually like, oh. All right, let's go ahead and stick a little bit up on our lower lash line. You can notice I'm doing a little bit of a wiggly motion. Okay, voila. All right, let's start working on our face. I've got to leave this out so I do not forget to do the other eye. Because God knows, I don't know how many times I've gone out in public and looked in the mirror and like, really, Laura, you did not put mascara on the second eye. You just completely forgot after the photo. Life happens. All right, so we're going to use BB cream. I'm in between two shades because we're in between months or in between seasons. We're kind of coming out of summer, going into fall, depending on when you're watching this video. Hey, maybe we're in winter. I don't know. But right now, I am kind of in between shades. So I'm going to apply honey with a touch of bisque. So bisque I use in my cooler months, and honey is my warmer months. So I'm going to apply this on. So that is honey. And then I'm just, again, going to do a touch of bisque. All right, so I'm going to use some setting spray to just dampen my beauty blender. Again, if you're near running water, just dampen it with water. It's not a big deal. But I do recommend a damp beauty blender. And just kind of dab this all over. So BB cream is kind of like my jam, almost go-to all the time face product because it's a tinted moisturizer and I love the extra moisture for my skin year round. It just really helps for me give more of like a youthful appearance. If I want to bump up the coverage, which I'm going to do today, then I use a little bit of pressed powder on top of it. But like my summer months, I don't typically have to do that because I have a nice tan, and so most of my blemishes are disguised by that beautiful summer glow. But now that I'm kind of fading out and I've done a better job protecting my skin, keeping sunscreen on, a little bit more of my blemishes still do show through. So we're going to cover those up a little bit more and make this a little bit more matte as well. So you can tell with BB cream you have a lot of youthful glow, a nice sheen finish, okay? If you want to tone it down a little bit and get more of a matte, you can top it off with some powder and bump up the coverage. So the shade I'm using right now is Poplin, and I'm just using a Real Technique powder brush to apply this. And I'm not using a lot. And do make sure that you take it down towards past your jawline as well. All right, let's start finishing this look. We're going to use some bronzer. I'm going to use the shade Hermosa, which is kind of like our medium shade. We have three: Sunset, Hermosa, and Malibu. So my cool months, I can just use Sunset. And then my in-between months are my full-on beautiful summer months. Then I use Hermosa. Malibu is definitely darker, not really my jam. I'm sure I'd get a lot of looks like, girl, what you doing? All right, so I'm just kind of blending this up on the top of my forehead. This just kind of creates a little bit of a shadow, brings the attention back to my eyes, and not this God-blessed, I don't know, 5-inch forehead. I don't know. We all have gifts, and I just got gifted with a great forehead. Thanks, God. All right, so right underneath our cheekbone, we're going to add a little bit more of that. And then I'm not going to add any extra product to my brush. I'm just going to run the extra right around that jawline, kind of warm things up. And then I'll still work on kind of blending out that cheekbone. Okay, so you can tell the bronzer really helps kind of give a little bit of a contour, a subtle contour, and kind of draw attention back to like this area and kind of like right here, a little sheen. Really helps define your natural bone structure. Next thing I'm going to use, little Jersey accent, is Sisterly Blush. So it's like a really nice pinky peach, and it's got some shimmer to it. I'm going to again use a Real Technique brush, and this is the Rebel Edge. So I'm just going to apply this directly onto my cheek. So smile, girls, to find that beautiful apple of your cheek. That's where the product needs to go, and then you can kind of blend it up on that cheekbone. What I love about this blush is it does have a little bit of gold speckle, so you get a nice, beautiful glow with it. Do you see that? So pretty. And Girlfriend loves like a peachy pink. I love it. All right, let's start working on the lips, shall we? So lips, we are going to use Prudent Lip Liner. Let me sharpen this bad boy up. Sorry, girls. I thought I had my stuff together, but apparently I was not on point. So I'm going to use Prudent Lip Liner, and I'm going to use Prodigal Lipstick, okay? It's again peachy pink. All right, so line those lips. So I overline. I don't go out of my actual lip line, but I overline as far as like I stick to the outer edge rather than the inner lip line. You know what? I'm going to go a little bit darker. I am going to go with Pouty. Pouty's a little bit darker. Okay, that's what I needed. I'm actually going to apply this all over. Focus on the outer line and then apply it all over. All right, then I'm going to top it off with Prodigal. What do you think? So gorge, right? That is today's beautiful glow look. Thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Bye now.